Hi, it's the Chappiness guy. Welcome to today's episode of Vestibular Talks. Today's special guest is Sveta. Sveta is going to talk to us about being a brain surgery survivor and her neuro rehab experience. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Find your Chappiness, guys. Hi, Sveta. Welcome to this episode of Vestibular Talks. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Johan, and you.
I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. I want to thank you because you're taking the time to talk to us, to tell us about your journey, and to help other people. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm so happy for you to having me in this episode.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, and I think you are my first guest from Russia. So that's
Whoa!
exciting. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Sveta, would you mind telling us a little bit about who you are and your journey, how it began?
Yeah, so I'm from Moscow, from Russia, and I'm 25 years old. And when I was turning 21, I had diagnosed cavernoma. You know that it's vessel that they do like this in your brain,
Yeah.
and it's very dangerous. So I was operated, and how it was, that uh, I was wake up like this, that my eyes was a little bit to the nose, and
Okay.
I thought that it was because of the stress. I didn't pay attention to it. I went to university. I returned home, and then I said to my mom that maybe we need to see ophthalmologist. She said, okay, yes, you have something wrong with the eye. So we went to the ophthalmologist. She said that the eyes was fine, but I need to see a neurologist. So in the same clinic, we consult neurologist, and she asked me to draw a circle, and I couldn't do that because I was not so good at feeling my arm,
Okay.
and then she understood that something was wrong, and
Yeah.
she said that you need to be hospitalized now. I said, no, 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 I have my exams, I have my university, no hospital now. She said, okay, but you need to do MRI scan of your brain. I said, okay. So we call around all the clinics to do MRI scan as soon as possible. And at 8 o'clock in the evening, I finally did my MRI scan, and they see a big adenoma in my brain.
Yes.
So I was hospitalized, and the adenoma did bleeding in the cerebellum. So I have some, yes, some disease with, spatial disease with balance. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
and the cavernoma, it did pressure to all my nerves, to the cranial nerve, and the eye was turning to the left, and I couldn't move my eyes to the left. This is a problem.
Yeah.
And after surgery, I was paralyzed. My right side of the body was paralyzed,
Yeah.
and my face, that we can see it. My left side of the face was paralyzed too. But now I'm rehabbing and I'm doing fine, so it's better day by day. And you know, it's very, very difficult, but it's okay.
Yes. It's well, you are a warrior. You're very strong because for someone to be so young at 21 years of age and have something so scary happen to them, and you took it very normal. You're like, oh, I gotta go to university first, and I gotta do my
Yeah,
exams. Like it's like you're tough, you're strong, because that's a very difficult position to be in. And I guess I'm kind of happy that the doctors in Russia kind of like told you, hey, no, like you can't go home, like you need to go see a specialist and you
Yeah.
need to do the exams, because who knows, if you wouldn't have gone to the specialist, maybe something really bad could have happened. So I'm
Mhm.
glad that they kind of like push you to see a specialist.
Yes, I'm so glad too, because every minute was a value, that I need the time pass, and I need to do something. I need to do MRI scan. I need to be hospitalized, but it's my fault that I said, it's, I don't worry.
Yeah,
So
no, it's and I think part of it, Sveta, is because when we're young, we almost feel like we're invincible, right? So we think, oh, nothing is happening to me.
Mhm.
But look, like, yeah, like we can still get affected by conditions. And did they say why, like what caused it? What was the reason that it happened to you at such a young age?
that nobody knows.
Okay.
But I think that it was anger inside me. It's a little bit psychological moment. That it wasn't about self-love every day. It was like I was fighting, like I was a survivor. So I go sleep, and I wake up with my eyes to the nose. It's what was like the pressure, and then it let it go. So something happened in my brain, and I think that it's only my thoughts that created this pressure, that created this cavernoma, that vessel blood in my brain. So
Yeah.
uh, it wasn't from my parents, uh, because they don't have
Have it.
cavernoma. It's my own decision.
Yeah, but I don't think it's your fault. Like when this happened to me, the vestibular condition, I started to think maybe it was my fault. Maybe I had too much stress. Maybe I had all these things happening. But sometimes it's Vieta. Sometimes these things happen to us so we can inspire and motivate other
Yes.
people to do better, because a lot of people are struggling. And you, like I said, you're a warrior. I've seen in your Instagram page your rehab process. Like you're doing full rehab. Like you're dancing, you're
Yes.
hiking with the poles, you're doing these exercises on sand. Why
Yes.
on the sand? Why is it for the surface, for the balance, or why?
Yes, it's for the service, for the balance, for everything. It goes very good for balance, of course, because every time on the sand, when I was on the sand, I was falling down because I don't feel my body in full, and every time I stand up, I fall down.
Yeah.
So I decided to improve it, and it goes great because I have a good therapist there, and they understand also. I work I work hard. Yes.
You work very hard, and even dancing, like dancing for someone that has balance problems, it's very difficult. But you're turning around, you're spinning, you're dancing, so it's
Oh my
very
god.
good.
Yes, it was so scared. I was really scared to go dancing, but I know some secrets. That you need to keep balance. You need to how to say to have your abs, to feel your core,
Yeah.
and the knees are a little bit um, like this. You need to sit down a little bit on your knees, and to feel your core is the secret. So you can feel your balance and don't lose it. So you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see, you can dance.
Yeah. You're dancing pretty good, so that's good. Sveta, so that happened when you were 21. Um, the recovery process or the rehab started right away after the surgery, or you had to take like 6 months off resting in the bed until you feel strong again, or right away after the surgery you had to go rehab right away?
No, after surgery, I think that I have 4 months to do my rehab to verticalize. and to go to university, to finish the university. And I don't know how I did it, because I wasn't lying on the bed, and I did some physical therapy quickly, very quickly, to verticalize and to go to university with my friends, with my family. And it took a year, and I finished it.
Nice.
And then I started to do rehab, to do everyday physical therapy, to do some visual training. So only after a year of the operation, of the surgery.
Okay. Sveta, when this happened to you, um, how was the response from your family and from your friends? Were they very supportive, or do you feel like maybe lonely at times? Like how do you feel?
I feel very, very, I feel their support,
Okay.
because you know that everybody was very scared, because I have chances 50-50 to survive after the operation. Yes, but after that everybody was so happy that I'm alive, and
Yes.
they were very happy to be with me, and they happy. There was, you know, that I was so lucky to be encouraged by my friends not to lose anybody. It was
Yeah.
great.
That's good. Sveta, you're a beautiful woman. You're beautiful. You have a really nice heart. Like you're very well spoken. Um, have you noticed that people on Instagram are very kind to you, and they talk to you like you deserve respect, or you think that they are mean? Because the reason why I'm asking you is because sometimes with my condition, I get people that are mean. They're like, oh, you always posting things about sickness. You need to get better. Like stop posting things like that. How is the response for you? Have you found that people are nice and compassionate, or they are mean and rude?
No, they were very, I think, mm, they encouraged me, but you
Nice.
know that I started to use Instagram after maybe 3 years of my surgery, because I was very scared to open myself to the social media. And then now I do training, I do dance. I'm open. Yes, I can speak English, French, and Italian, and I'm really open. But it wasn't like this. I was hidden in my room, maybe. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like that. But now everybody, the comments, when I read the comments below, they are so kind, and
Nice.
sometimes they direct me that Sveta, good luck, you're doing great.
Yeah,
And
it's good. That's good when you find a good
and
community.
sorry, I wanted to ask you why they did the comments so rude to you.
I think it's because, Sveta, I think sometimes people are angry with their conditions as well, right? So when they see that somebody is doing better, they kind of like don't like that. And then when they see that the person that is doing better, like me, has days like, for example, today is a difficult day for me. Like I'm dizzy right now, my neck is really sore, and whenever I post things like that I'm struggling, some people are like, ah, haha, you see, you're not getting better. So like some people are very angry with themselves, and they like reflect that anger towards other people. And I think that's mean, because there is another guy on Instagram. He's got a Crohn's disease, so he's got a part of his intestine sticking out of his stomach, and
Uh,
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 and he puts videos and pictures explaining his condition, and he
mhm.
gets people that are really mean. People are like, oh, that's gross. You shouldn't be alive. Like you're gross.
Oh
Close
my
your Instagram.
God! No, no,
I
no, no,
know, I know, and I get so angry when I see that, because this guy cries in his videos. It's like why are people so mean? So I don't understand why some people have that anger and that need to make other people feel bad. Like we can be all compassionate and be kind and be nice to each other, especially if we're all struggling with something.
yes, but you know the haters gonna hate.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, hey, there's always gonna
But
be haters.
you can turn off the comments if you want. But life is interesting with the haters, because
Yeah.
you became stronger sometimes.
Yeah.
No, it's awful. I know that's awful.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, Sveta. Like they are very nice people out there too. Very people that are very supportive, very loving, very encouraging, like you said. So there is both. The good thing is that there is more good people than the mean people. So I was curious to know how it was with you. If people are nice to you or if they were mean to you on social media.
Yes, they're nice, really nice. I love, I love my supporters.
That's good. That's good. That's great. Sveta, I'm very curious. How come that you know all these languages? English, Russian, Italian, French. Like how like, as a
uh,
for school, but
you know that French I was learning in school for about 10 years, and Italian I know as well as French, and English also in university, in school. Yeah, and now I think that it's my window to communicate with the youth, for example, with nice people that want to chat, that I can chat with them. So it's great.
yeah, you're very intelligent because I only speak two languages, Spanish and English. So
Hola.
hola, yes. You have to start practicing your Spanish with me, so I can teach you.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice. You know that. Thank you to my knowing languages, knowledge of languages. I met a nice visual coach from Argentina, and if we're talking about vestibular system and about eyes muscle, he he did a lot of exercise with me via Zoom
Yeah,
uh, to improve my eyes muscles, my vision, and also my vestibular system. And after our exercise, I decided to do dancing because my balance, my vestibular system was improving because I did exercise day by day. And can you see these charts?
yeah, in the back.
Mm,
Yeah,
yes, yes, and I do this that exercise every day, and it's great. And I would like to know, what do you do? What exercise do you do for vestibular system, for to eliminate the brain fog? What do you do?
thank you. That's a good question. So I do a lot of visual exercises too. As you know, the vestibular system involves the eyes, the ears, the joints in the body, and the cerebellum in the back of your brain. So
Mm-hmm.
so with my condition, it makes me dizzy all the time. So it's hard to keep my balance. So I do balance exercises, but also it affects my vision. So for example, Viera, I can watch TV. Like I try to watch TV, and it's like my eyes can focus. Like they can't.
Nystagmus. I also have this.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's very difficult. And or for example, when something is moving, like a train, if a train is driving by, and I look at the train moving, my eyes start to get crazy, and then I get really really dizzy, right? So I do exercises like tracking with my eyes, moving my finger and following it. Also with a ball, I throw a ball and follow it with my eyes, so they pursue it, and things like that. I also do the balance exercises. I do standing in one leg. I
Oh.
do a little bit of dancing, like salsa dancing at home.
Whoa.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're spinning. It's very hard. So I do those kind of exercises, and like you, I am very consistent with my therapy. Like I do it every single day, and I believe, Sviera, that's part of what helps us recover. Because when you're consistent, it's difficult, but you see results because you're constantly doing it, constantly doing it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
So
great.
yeah, thank you. Sviera, what does the future hold for you now?
Oh no, future. I don't know really. I want to drive a car.
Yeah,
So I want to get a drive license. It's very difficult, but you know that I was driving. I was learn to drive, and it was difficult because of my periphery. peripheral vision. I can see everything, but my eyes cannot move, so I need to move my neck, and it's very hard. So I think the goal is to drive a car, because I have a lot of, for example, cars that pass by, and I'm so scared. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's
But
the goal.
that's a good challenge. That's a good challenge for you to keep pursuing that and try to get to drive your own vehicle. That's a good one. Sveta, is the vehicle like when you drive? Is the vehicle like standard, like manual, like you have to change the gears, or is it automatic that you just?
No, automatic, automatic.
Oh yeah, thank God, because I like me, I can drive. Like I know how to drive a standard manual, but it's very difficult for me because with the brain fog, you have to focus your mind on different things. So
Yes,
it's very
no, 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 on the automatic. And you know that we can wait for some days, for some years, and it will, the La Macchina will drive you to the place you want, like
yeah
Tesla.
on its own. Yeah, it's like a Tesla
Yes, and
drives.
you know, you don't need to drive, you need only to sit, and it's all. No
Yeah,
parking, no visual activity, only you sit down. We
yeah,
need to wait 10 years.
yeah. It's a few more years for sure. Sveta, with your eyes in the vestibular system, is it like do your eye does it affect your vision? Is what I'm trying to say. Like for example, reading or anything like that. That does it affect it, or you're fine with reading, with watching TV, with tracking movement? Like how do you feel?
No, no, I'm like you now that when, for example, I don't know, I said like you, but maybe you don't have this. So when I read a line, and that line goes like this. So
It
I
moves.
try to focus, and then it did like this.
It's,
So it's
it,
trembling, but I'm trying to read, and now it's less trembling, but also like this.
okay. Have you met anybody online or in real life that has had the same situation happen to them that happened to you, or you haven't met anybody yet?
I don't know exactly. I chat with somebody, but I don't know. I'm really shy to ask about what your disease. No, I can I cannot say like maybe the guy or girl who I'm chatting with have the same situation, but I really don't know.
You don't
Not
wanna, yeah, you don't wanna push it. Yeah.
and
Sveta, sorry.
tell me about your plans. For example, I want to drive a car, and you.
For me, honestly, I don't know. That's a tough question, Viera, because there are days where I feel so good, almost like back to normal, almost. But there are days that I don't feel good at all. Like I feel that it's very hard to balance, to walk, to move, and any movement on my head makes the world seem like it's moving, like everything is moving around me. So it's very scary, and it's very difficult for me to how would I put it, to keep that faith, to keep that hope, because when those days when you're feeling really bad, you're like, oh no,
Mhm.
I hope I don't feel like this for too many days. I hope this goes away. I hope I go back to normal. So it's for me. I think my goal is to find a stable level where I can feel more confident that things are going to be okay. Because even after 2 years, it's still difficult. It's still very challenging.
Yes, it's every time like this and like this. Like you're so happy, and then you're down, and you don't want to do anything. I know the
Yeah.
situation. You need to be in line to, yes, to be happy every time, but it's also difficult.
It is hard. Sveta, if someone wants to find you online to learn more about your journey, to see how you rehab therapy, where can they find you?
Only in Instagram. It's name Rookie Beach. Sorry for that.
It's cool.
Yes,
It's good. It's good.
I was creating when I was 18, so follow.
No, it's good. It's good. And only on Instagram though, like you're not on Facebook. You're not on other
I have
social media,
Facebook,
like
but
Twitter.
don't post anything. Only Instagram.
Only Instagram. Okay. Okay. Sveta, as you know, this channel called is find your chappiness, which means find your happiness. How does Sveta find her chappiness?
How I will find? Oh, sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, so how do you find your happiness? What makes you happy?
Living on this planet Earth. Yes, and you know when you first wrote me your name, Chappiness, I thought that it was a mistake. I thought that you that wasn't incorrect. So I'm trying to be happy just living in this place, just to wake up like this, and it's really it's happiness because I know that, and you also know that that there are bad days, and someday it can be like this. So. We can be happy and we can be sad. So it's for us to choose the condition, and I think we need to choose happiness every time because we
Yeah,
are wrong.
I agree. I agree. And I'm going to tell you a little story. So why I put the name Chappiness is because I adopted a dog. She's a female named Safari, but I always call her Chappy. I don't know why. Her name is Safari, but I call her Chappy. So she comes from a very difficult past. Like she was abused. She was always inside a kennel, inside a cage. They used her to have like puppies, babies, so they could sell them, and she lived a very sad life. When I adopted her, she was the most loving dog. She was always so happy. She was always wanting to be close to me, to hug me. So I always said, "Oh, you're so chappy." When I said, "You're so happy," I'm like, "You're so chappy." So one day I said, "I love that everything that you've been through, so difficult, so bad, you have this chappiness, so this happiness always glowing from you." So I called the channel "Find Your Chappiness" because in
Great.
honor to her, because she's always so happy, even though she comes from a difficult life. She's such a good dog. She's always happy. She's almost like smiling all the time. So it's
Great
yeah. So she's really cute.
story. Wow, great. Is this a little dog or a big dog?
She's small. She's like
Hmm,
35 pounds. Yeah.
because
Actually, let me see. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get her. Hold on.
oh, great.
Safari, Safari, come on, Safari. Good girl. Come on, my friend wants to meet you. My friend wants to meet you.
Whoa.
Hello.
Wow. Oh,
Good girl. Yeah, that's
great. Thank you so
that's
much.
Safari.
It was lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Sveta. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you and learning about your journey. You now have a new friend in Canada. So if you ever want to come visit Canada, please let me know. I'd love to show you around, show you how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
And I hope that if someday I go to Russia, you can show me around too.
Yes, of course. You're welcome. Go.
Awesome.
So
All right. Well, sorry.
just I want to say thank you so much for having me in this interview. It was a pleasant for me.
Yeah, a pleasure likewise. And then I'll let you know. I'll send you a message to let you know when I post it on Instagram and in YouTube, so you can show your friends and your family as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Johan.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye. Ciao. Ciao.